if we were to give this a score on a rating system, since we don't belong to GameSpot or anything, we can give this negative scores.
We can just screw everything up. Like, GameSpot gave it a 1, and you're thinking, what the hell on earth would make you give this a 1 out of anything?
Unfortunately, they couldn't go below that.
Exactly. Their system doesn't allow them to go below 1. In fact, a lot of places don't. Some places do. Now, if you go online and do big rigs over-the-road racing, chances are you'll find just as many reviews that say this is the worst game on earth as there are reviews of it saying big rigs is winner.
And really, if you
read those reviews, and I'm not even gonna go into those.
It's pretty tongue-in-cheek, though.
Why it says big rigs is winner.
It's sarcasm, jokes, but really,
yeah, like
we can't even go there. We were gonna actually we weren't gonna do this review series. We're gonna be big rigs, awesome game. No, I'm sorry, we can't. It's
like let's take it for a second. Like honestly, it's pretty funny. Let's go to the options screen. Maybe we can make this graphics better. Okay, texture quality. Okay, it looks like shit. Why does it default to low?
Yeah, that's.
I bought my rig 4 months ago. It's semi-godlike. The specs are on the comments or whatever the hell the thing is on the side, I guess on the YouTube page. On Xfire or whatever else we'll load up this thing onto, it'll be below. Like, honestly, it defaults to low. Now, you might think, oh, maybe it was next gen and that's just what it defaults to. It's like, no, this game was released in 2003. In, like, 2000, we had games that looked better than this. Jedi Academy looked better than this.
Far Cry really
1,
good example.
That's an insane example. I mean, admittedly, that's kind of unfair considering it's
Okay,
Crytek.
Diablo 2. Diablo 1 looked better, come on.
Anyway, so, alright, there were no resolution options. You were forced to watch the thing at 800 by 600, which is brutal. My screen is 1920 by 1200. It looks like shit. So, you can't go to high. There's normal and low. These ones are weird. They're locked. You can only link them together. Let's go to high. These are the highest settings. Okay, let's go to random race because I'm lazy. Now it actually looks like the settings affect the loading screen, like in the period of time, which kind of makes sense if it has more data.
Oh, and now that you get to race, it just says your winner every time we've launched random race. This is a problem we were kind of earlier.
This is an issue. Now
with custom race, however,
with
which
custom
we'll
race,
try.
no, with the trucks, that's the funny thing. You suppose the box description says you're racing a cargo across the U.S. or something, illegal cargo, being chased by police. There's no cargo except in this truck, which has a trailer. Even this one, you see, has a trailer, but no.
The other two, well,
yeah,
they're not even close.
They don't even have a trailer.
They don't even
that's
try.
How they are. In fact, if you look at these skins, they actually look, well, by today's standards, they look kind of eh. This is what you'd expect in a racing game. A decent one. The truck's in the background, you know, behind the crowd, on the sideline in an area that you're not supposed to stop. It
doesn't even look like
props. It's probably like 500 polygons.
It doesn't look like they're finished animating it either. That's the problem.
No,
it's just textures, honestly.
It's textures on a blob, really.
Not even. There's not even a point to delving deeper into that.
The funny thing is, if you look in the loading screen, there's actually a car. It actually looks pretty good. It looks like Nissan of some sort or something.
But you can't race it, and we have the same problem.
Another funny thing is, if you look at the EXE, it's actually called Cars. Now, you want to know how it's spelled? That's how it's spelled.
C-A-R-Z.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Why is it called Cars? There are no cars in this game.
Well, even going by, you know, less nitpicky standards, they had to spell it with a Z. I'm not even going to go into how horrible that is for a game that's not radical enough or even anything doing that, but maybe that's just me. I mean, they did Left 4 Dead with a 4, but at least that had a point to it.
Yeah.
There's not car, it's
not plural,
and
it's not Z.
And given how much other grammar they've screwed up, as in the your winner, since they don't really have much other words.
I'm pretty sure in no language, cars translates to truck racing or big rigs over the road racing
or
racing.
In
fact, any word that shows up on this menu. Nothing does this. It's illogical. Now, one of the things you'll see a lot of is the reviews that are like, oh my god, Big Rigs is winner. It's the best game ever.
As
now,
we've
honestly, we wanted to do a funny review.
We said this again, but
Yeah.
let us reiterate. Let us sort of give you an idea of just how bad this game is.
We don't need to do that. We've already done that. Let's look at this game from it's awesome. Okay.
Okay, we'll try. We'll
Awesome
give it a shot.
loading screen. It goes on forever. God.
It's amazing, this loading screen. The graphics are.
The loading screen looks better than. And oh my God, I can't even. What the hell just happened? One, that wasn't even a cause. This game is broken. Two, it switched trucks.
Yeah, and by the way, in case you're wondering, we're still trying to compliment this game. So I mean,
we're actually, yeah, we're trying. Like, we're not gonna go out and say I really hate this company, therefore it's gonna fail. We'll never do that unless I personally am reviewing World of Warcraft, which in case it'll be this game is a piece of shit. You should not play it. It ruins your life.
that's
Anyway,
just him, though.
That's me. But honestly, that's just because it costs money, and I'm a poor son of a bitch that has no money.
There you
And
go.
then I spent, you know, $4,000 on a computer a couple of months ago.
Anyway, anyway, back on topic here about
back
big
on topic.
rigs.
Priorities are completely skewed. We're gonna go ahead and patch this game, and we'll post. Well, actually, in the second half of this video, we'll have the updated version of this video. So until then, that's we're out. We'll be back with the updated version.
And
Yeah, bye.
see ya. Yeah.
So we're back with this
Horrible
game,
thing.
part 2. It'll either be a separate video on some sites, or it'll just continue right after probably where the screen faded to black, or whatever the hell we choose later when we're editing this crap.
I don't think it matters if we're gonna review a horrible game. I don't think the quality
Yeah,
of the speaking.
we could just have it go to neon green. Really? I mean, who cares?
It'll look good by comparison. Anyway.
Yeah, it'll look good. You'll be like, oh, my eyes, they no longer bleed. Anyway.
Well, at least your ears won't be bleeding, so that's not good.
So yes, this is the patched version of Big Rigs.
Not
By
much
patched,
difference.
I mean completely broken. Alright, so the patch doesn't actually work by default. If you notice, it doesn't fix anything. Well, at least it didn't for us. And some people might work automatically, but for us it's retarded. I ran the patcher, right? And the patcher is actually just an unextractor, and it extracts a shitload of files, including a new exe. And if you launch it, it'll instantly crash. Turns out you have to copy all the files from the original game to a separate folder that was created by the patch, and you're pretty much making a copy of the game. 2003, that's a pretty big deal, because now I got half a gig of crap sitting on my desktop. That's right, that's where I saved it to. I've got a folder there. Anyway.
And this is for a patch, by the way, just throwing this out here. This patch does barely anything, and you'll be able to see that while we just look over it. But just to give you a heads up, this half is probably going to be shorter, and I know it does kind of gives the wrong meaning to the word half, but it's actually going to be a shorter segment due to there not being that much. However, something we wanted to cover on especially is the absolutely abysmal physics in this game. They are just fucked up beyond belief.
And the funny thing is okay, let's just start a game. We'll see what happens. So I just did auto. They still kept the god-awful everything. Still takes a fuck long time to load. In fact, I think it takes longer to load.